So what I thought I would do today is give you a sort of day in the life of my business. You've missed the first part because I was so busy this morning. I was basically doing a few packages to get resent, so I've just did that, just some labeling, things like that in the house. I've got one I've got to take to the post office because I shipped it my usual method but it didn't quite work, and Russia is a tough place to get stuff to. Right, that's the package posted. Time for some cafe work. So that's basically my to-do list for today. Got a few other things. This is my usual setup. It really is an office, except I don't have to pay rent, but I buy lots of coffee and food and stuff, so it's kind of like rent. So what I'm doing just now is the exciting task of answering customer emails. You know, it's not the most exciting thing in the world, but it's got to be done. So, for example, the one I just did there was someone who had bought both a titanium mechanical pencil and a pen. He had problems with both of them. I'm not scared to admit that, you know, my products, while the design might be perfect, the actual product itself, you know, by the time it gets into users' hands, you know, one out of every however many I ship out will have a problem. It's just the nature of manufacturing, especially when you're sort of pushing the limits like I always try to do. So this guy's button on his mechanical pencil is sticky and the cap on his pen is quite loose. So I'm basically shipping replacements to him, just sorting out that with him through email really. Time is now 12:02 p.m. All morning in the cafe, got loads of stuff done, answered emails, paid invoices off, I had breakfast. I have a late breakfast, usually 10, 11 in the morning. It's a breakfast slash lunch. I don't eat until later on. That's just now anyway, where I'm really trying to not eat so much rubbish and eat healthy and exercise. So that's been going well for the last couple of weeks. Now I have to go and pick up a box, just an empty box for shipping, and then go to the workshop because the first sort of 200 tweezers are ready to go. Well, I say ready to go, but there's still a little bit of hand grinding and that kind of quality control, stuff like that. They're finished for the most part. A little bit big, but should do. Forgot I needed bubble wrap as well. You know, it's great having such a nice hot day today. It's been raining for weeks, it's been cold recently. Finally, it feels like summer is almost here in New Zealand. Right, quick stop at the workshop. So here we have a bag of around about 100 tweezers. What we've got on here is, there's no way you're gonna see this, but I'll have a go at it anyway. Along this edge right here, there is the tiniest of burrs, and so what I need to do is basically, I have a fairly fine sandpaper, very fine, I think that's P600 or something, and basically I take a little swipe, just a little like that, just one little swipe, and it just takes that edge off, and that's it. So I've got to do that for 200, and that makes the tweezers perfectly smooth. It's just there's a little bit of edge from the manufacturing there, and so, you know, for all the CNC machining of these tweezers, there's still a little bit of hand grinding, hand sanding involved in it. But I think that's cool, because I mean, you just don't get that in normal tweezers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these home. There's 200 to do. I'm not going to sit in the workshop and do it. My dad's in here. We've got the tumbler usually going. We've got this centrifugal tumbler. So this is actually going. I stopped it just now when I came in because it's so loud you wouldn't be able to hear me. So I'm going to take it home. That way I can put on headphones, listen to a podcast while I do the sort of monotonous task of doing the grinding on these titanium tweezers. Hopefully you're seeing so far that the glamorous world of titanium is, you know, maybe it's not that glamorous, because paperwork, emails, invoices to pay, hand grinding to be done. I mean, that might take me an hour or two, I'm not sure. Just like any other business, really. When I travel around in the car, like, you know, whether it's the Audi or this sort of pickup, right now I'm listening to this guy. Teaches you how to, you know, do YouTube videos and grow your channel, stuff like that. So that's what I'm listening to right now. Some days I'll listen to Tim Ferriss or Sam Harris or The Moth, which has got really cool stories, but always listening to a podcast in the car pretty much. Unless it's one of those days where, like, I just need to zone out and get things sorted out in my head and, you know, strategize. 9 out of 10 times, podcasts when driving, always. It's just about lunchtime, but I already had a sort of lunch type breakfast. In fact, this is uncomfortable. Let's go inside. Right now I have, oh, it's warm. Phew. So right now I have 2 phone calls to make. One to my machinist, gonna talk to him about the tweezers, an issue with those. Not an issue, but just something I've observed. And the other is I have to buy, I'll show you. I'm almost out of these labels here. I'm going to pack the tweezers into heat sealed bags, and then, you know, I print on these labels, you know, tweezers, titanium tweezers, and then stick those to the bags. So I'm almost out of these. I've got to speak to the guy to send some more over to me. Okay, so for the next hour or two, or however long it takes, I will be doing these tweezers. That should take me to around about 2-3 o'clock, something like that. The time is 1:56 exactly. I have around 30 pairs of tweezers to go, so nearly there. Thank you, cheers, speak to you later. Bye bye, bye. Another phone call, ordering the labels that time. I know, I pace a lot. I don't even know that I'm doing it. It's a character flaw, just like many other character flaws I've got, but, you know, at least it's a bit of exercise. Man, check out this weather. Unbelievable. I like to try and do some exercise in the middle of the day, so I've got some dumbbells and stuff at the house, so I'm going to do some of that and then keep going. Right, that is the health and fitness part of the day over with. Kinda knackered now. Time is 3:54 p.m. That's pretty much what I've got for you today. Like, the remainder of the day consists of 4 things. 1, have dinner in a couple of hours time. 2, clean and wash the tweezers before I pack them. Once I've done that, I have packing to do, which I've got a few things to do with that. Like, I've got to print labels. I think I showed you them earlier. This is my sort of industrial strength label printer. It's designed to sort of go all day, every day, but I really don't use it that much. Nothing quite like overkill. These are the labels I'm going to be printing on. The labels are going to look something like this. These ones say Tibiner, which stands for titanium carabiner, one of the products I sell. But the labels I'll be printing will be titanium tweezers, so they'll say Ti tweezers, because that's what I call them. But they'll say V2, these are the 2nd generation. Gotta print 100 or 200 of those. We'll stick those onto the heat seal bags I've got, put the titanium tweezers in the heat seal bags, and then seal them on that machine over there. Once I've done that, I'll have to edit this video. That'll take me, I don't know, 3-4 hours, 2-3-4 hours. And finally, oh, I'll show you one more thing. Blue sky, white clouds. Last thing I'll show you is this. I think I've shown you before, but that's how I get my time lapses. So that's pointing up there, pretty much there. So you'll see at some point in this video, you should see either at the beginning or at the end, a time lapse of that bombing past. And that's that camera doing it there. Right, I think that's enough for today. I am knackered, out of breath from talking too fast. I will catch you tomorrow.